The Creature from Jekyll Island. Yes, my family vacations on Jekyll Island quite a bit. We held a Section 1 Ministers and Lives retreat on in Jekyll Island as well. Hi, Pastor Steve Waldron here, New Life Pentecostal Church, Albany, Georgia. What was this creature from Jekyll Island? It was the Federal Reserve. They planned it there in 1910. Cloak of conspiracy. G. Edward Griffin, I think he did a masterful job, again, just from history. This is very well documented, highly documented. I am not into conspiracy theories at all. I am into history, and I'm into truth most of all. So I'm into truth and I'm into history, but this is extremely well documented. Now, he tries to make it very easy to understand Federal Reserve and central banking mechanisms. I'm going to tell you, I just must be stupid or dense in that area, because I read it and I still don't totally understand it at all. But I do know the basic premise is there is an entity that is a private entity. You can go to the New York Times of 1913 and they show you on the front page who owns what shares of the Federal Reserve banks. I've seen that page. It may actually be in here as well. But you can see it. I've seen that. And they sit there and they say, we're going to print this much money, and it's a private thing, and then they loan it to the government, and the government then pays them interest for creating money out of nothing. They just say, let's say we create $100, and then they give it to the government. They say, we're going to do this at 6% interest. Now you owe us $106. And if it's compounded, it's a ton. And so this is how it works. And then that goes into Federal Reserve banks. And then they can take that $100 and with fractional reserve banking, just keeping 10% or less, then they can loan out $1,000 into the economy. And John Maynard Keynes was a big proponent of this, and he was crazy. He was just a total lawless person, just an awful person. But I find it fascinating that Karl Marx, who wanted to destroy everything, if you read his writings, that was his goal. Some people say he was demon-possessed. He wanted to destroy everything. And he came up with central bank. He said it must be that there must be a central bank in every country. And even Lenin, when he took over Russia, he says, man, get the central bank printing money because it'll destroy the capital system quicker than anything. Because he was a national socialist. So it's a social theory of money. It is not a biblical theory. It's not hard money. It's not the metallic. It's not silver, gold, palladium, any other sources of hard copper, brass that they would use. It is just creating money out of nothing, and it creates chaos, inflation, and slaves. And but yet people at the top of the pyramid, so to speak, are getting rich. Does a great job. Fantastic. A lot of minutia of history. If you're into various views of history, truth, that type of thing, I just recommend this book. And one of the things in my life that I can't stand is I was at a kudzu book one time, and they had stacks of these for $3. They were either $3 or $3.99, and I didn't have the money to buy any. I wish I'd have bought a bunch to pass out. This is put out by American Opinion. I think Griffin at one time was a Bircher. I don't know if he still is. But anyhow, Ron Paul really gives it a big shout out. So God bless you today. Talk with you later.